Mayor Derrick Wood, town of Dumfries, Virginia. We consider ourselves the southeast gateway into DC. We're about 25 miles south from here. Grateful for what Congress and the president has done in passing not only this, not passing, but hopefully passing today, this Inflation Reduction Act, as well as the Build Back a Better America, because I think the two of them do work very hand in hand. Grateful for Alex and his leadership and elected officials protecting America for, really taking a lead role and really being a voice in bringing together people of all demographics, from elected officials to organizations that's important, to really lead this charge and making sure that we all have a voice, and our voices collectively are coming together to make a difference up here in Washington and on every single level of government. So thank you, Alex, for what you're doing to continue to bring us together. This environmental stuff has been important to my town and my community because it has impacted us. Even prior to the flood of 1812, Dumfries is what we call the oldest continuously chartered town in the state of Virginia, meaning we were established on a body of water. And I definitely felt his remarks and comments about how this environment on these issues. We were built on a deep water port called Quantico Creek, which led out to the Potomac. We actually had a port that rivaled New York, it rivaled Boston, it rivaled Philadelphia as the amount of goods and services that left. But prior to that flood of 1812, we lost our deep water because of a lot of environmental issues, poor farming. They didn't have the resources there. And it impacted us on a standpoint where we became an economic desert, right? So everybody began to migrate and leave that community for years. And then they brought in coal mines, and then they brought in coal ash into the town of Dumfries. So right there on the Potomac River sits 3 or 4 coal ash ponds, right, that they had to remove and consolidate. And it's a big issue now in Dumfries with where are they going to do with this coal ash? Are we going to take the coal ash and, well, the law states that they have to take the coal ash out the ponds and put it on a landfill. They can build a landfill on place, or they can put it on trucks or trains and they can move it out, which is really unacceptable to our community, because now we begin to repollute that environment. Also, we look at the issues that's not only impacting us, but that's impacting everybody across the nation. Just this week, we saw flash floods. I don't know if your community's seen it, but we had 2 major storms that were competing, and we know this is all environmental. And they just
no water in California.
Yeah, So in Vegas they're having floods, and in Virginia we're having major floods that's just coming up and down, which is causing an issue. We also saw major droughts and heat as a result. And then earlier this year we saw a major snowstorm that dropped almost a foot of snow in less than an hour that shut down Interstate 95, which was a major impact. We had a sitting U.S. Senator, Tim Kaine, who was stuck in traffic himself for almost 24 hours because of this. And so you see all of this that's happening. And what we see in the bill is $60 million worth of investment into underserved communities that they can do. But it has to happen on a local level. And I'm glad that you made the statement that a lot of this money, we have to apply for grants, and they're matching grants. We've been working on Quantico Creek for major years. We put millions of dollars, which we can't raise on our own. We need the grants to be able to build this body of water. Had we not put the $1.5 million that we've already invested in half of the creek that's in our town, this week's floods that happened on Wednesday would have been probably drastic for that community. I'm already getting calls and emails from people in my community who wants me to come look at their garages and their basement because they had those major water issues. And so this Inflation Reduction Act, it's a start, right? It's a start. It's something that we can put on it. Is it enough? Absolutely not. There is absolutely more that can get done. And it's going to take each and every one of us being a voice, getting involved, letting other people know your story and what's going on in your community. And I think one of the lessons that we learned as Marines is that, not only are we in charge of our job, but we're all leaders, that we all have to take responsibility and find solutions and become the solution to our own problems. And That's why I guess I raised my hand to serve, to be the solution or the change I want to see. Thank you.